Shatiya. Welcome. And today we are addressing 5 signs that you are neglecting the one essential habit that you need in your life. 5 signs. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions. 5 self-assessment questions that I want you to be honest with yourself about. As we go through these 5 questions, then I'm going to reveal the one essential habit that you need to install in your life right now. Are you ready? Grab your pen, grab your paper. Let's go. Number 1, are you worrying? Are you worrying right now in this season of your life? Is your mind filled with so many anxious thoughts that's coming from every single direction? Is your mind fast forwarding to tomorrow, next week, next month, next year? Do you feel a lot of pressure that's going on right here in your mind? Even biblically, I know that it says to turn every anxious thought into a prayer. So when that anxious thought comes to your mind in that moment, you are to catch that anxious thought and you need to flip it into a prayer in that very moment. So let's go to number 2. Are you being distracted? Are you being distracted? Are you being pulled in many different directions to do many different things? And they're minute things that's not even the priority. So you find yourself being busy but not really productive. You're being distracted in areas that are draining your energy, draining your attention, and you're not being productive in the areas that do matter. So are you being distracted right now? Number 3, here's a big one. Are you complaining? I know a lot is going on right now in this season of your life, but are you complaining? Are you complaining about the toys on the floor? Are you complaining about what you're eating today? Are you complaining that I had this already yesterday? Are you complaining about the weather? You just find yourself complaining about stuff. Now, the thing that's so funny about this is that I was just telling my husband, like, you're complaining. And he said, well, am I complaining or am I stating facts? And so I would like to say, if your facts are always negative, now your negative facts have turned into complaints. If all you can see is the negative, all you can state is the negative fact, you are now complaining. So are you complaining? Number 4, it's another big one. Do you have a problem with everybody and everything right now? Are you looking at everybody sideways, looking at their motive, what they're doing? You don't have no energy for them. You have no energy for this. You're just done. You're done with everybody and everything. If that is you right now, that may be a sign that you are missing the one essential habit that you need to install in your life. Now, lastly, the last question that you must ask yourself is, do you feel all over the place? Do you feel all over the place? Do you feel like time is escaping from you, that you can't get a good balance of the time, that it seems like time is working against you rather than for you, that it's just going, and you just feel like you don't know if you're coming or you're going, like what is going on right now? If you're feeling that way, if you're feeling all over the place, that is a sign that you are missing the one essential habit that you need to install in your life immediately. So let's get right into it. It's really interesting that there's this biblical story about these 2 sisters, and one name is Mary, one name is Martha. Now, at this moment, like, Jesus came to visit them, but Martha, she just was so busy. She had so much stuff going on. She was cooking in the kitchen. She was doing this. She was doing that. She started complaining to Jesus that her sister, Mary, wasn't helping, and Mary pretty much was just sitting at Jesus' feet listening to what he was saying. But Martha was just busy and doing all this other stuff. And so it's very interesting what Jesus tells Martha, and that I really took today and I really presented unto you as well. He said, you know what? Your sister, Mary, had discovered the one thing that is essential. She discovered the one thing that is essential. Meanwhile, Martha was doing so many things, worry about so many things, because she was neglecting to do the one thing. She was neglecting to do the one thing. And I just want to pinpoint out today that just because you do things for God does not mean that you're actually spending time with God. Just because you do things for God, you do tasks, you do projects, you launch things, don't mean that that counts for spending time with God. So the essential habit that you need to install in your life today is your quiet time. You need to schedule quiet time for yourself. I think this is so appropriate right now because yesterday, my almost 3-year-old son, he just was so cranky and so moody. And I'm just like, what is going on? You need a nap. You need a nap ASAP. You need to take a nap. And I think about us as adults when we're cranky and moody and all over the place and fussy, that you got to ask yourself, did you have quiet time today? Did you have quiet time today? Did you schedule quiet time today? Because right now you're doing a lot. I don't even recognize who you are. And so the essential habit that you need to install is your quiet time. Now, quiet time is all about listening. Listening to your creator. That can be by reading, that can be by journaling, that can be by praying, that can be by meditating. It is all about the time you choose. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 10 minutes, it can be 30 minutes, it can be an hour, but you need to set some time in the beginning of your day to anchor you to go into the rest of your day. You need that quiet time in the morning, okay? When you start getting all crazy in mid-afternoon and then you realize, oh, I didn't schedule that quiet time, I didn't schedule that one essential habit that is needed to keeping me together and keeping me to flow in the energy and in the vibration that I want to flow into, then you know that I neglected that quiet time. It's so important for you to set and carve out that time to be in silence, to listen to your own thoughts. And that's why it's good picking a time earlier in the day where it's quiet. Where maybe the people in your house is sleeping. Maybe your area is just quiet right now at that time. But you need to capitalize on that time and hear what God wants to tell you today. What God wants to tell you today. The irony of it all is that I'm getting back into my quiet time. And this is the message that I received today. This is what I read today. This is what the gems that I received today of making the essential being quiet time, making the priority being quiet time, allowing that to catapult your day, allowing you to start with quiet time so that you are then sending good energy going forth and you're not racing and rushing as soon as you get up, but you're easing into your day with such a lightness, with such an ease, with such a lightness and such an ease, and you don't feel rushed. You feel a sense of peace. You feel a sense of togetherness and not all over the place whatsoever. So the essential habit that you need to install in your life today is your quiet time. Think about it right now. What time of the day works for you? What time of the day have the least distractions? For you, like I know even when I talk about this whole idea of the sisters in comparison of Mary and Martha, one was sitting and the other one was serving, doing all this stuff. And just because you're serving other people, and it is a great thing to do, but it's not the priority thing to do if you are neglecting spending time with your Creator. Right? So don't do the serving everybody, doing everything, the checklist of everything, and leave spending time with your Creator at the end. You spend time with your Creator at the beginning, so He kind of can instruct you for the day. Let Him lead you in the day. Get some guidance, right? Get some instructions. You always saying that you want help. Well, your help is right there within that quiet time. You need it. Your soul needs it. Your mind needs it. The people around you need you to be in quiet time so things to flow. And it's very interesting, even when I think about being home with my child right now during quarantine and everything, I need a lot of patience with my child. So it's very essential, very significant, very important that I get my quiet time in so that I'm bringing good energy when I have to deal with him. So whoever you got to deal with throughout the day, maybe it's coworkers, maybe it's a lot of demands throughout the day, you need to set the tone. You need to set the tone of your day. And the way you set the tone of your day is by carving out that quiet time. So I hope today's message blessed you now. You know, I can encourage you in an hour. I can encourage you in 30 minutes, or just give me 10. Just give me 10 minutes to say, I see you and I'm cheering for you. Be blessed.